Aubrey, start with the scary moment of your injury. It's a while now, and you're coming back, but just walk me through what that was like. Were you scared at that point? What was it like?
I was definitely scared. Probably one of the scariest injuries I had of my career playing football. Once I hit the ground, I knew something was wrong, but I didn't know how bad it was. Once I heard like the training staff coming over, they was telling me squeeze their hand. I couldn't do that. I didn't have much feeling in my hand. Once I heard that they had to get the stretcher, I knew it was something bad. Just happy to be here. Blessed. Thankful for the people in this building, the support system I have back at home, my family, the support system I have here. And now that I'm playing, I'm just excited to keep playing, moving forward.
How long did it take before you knew it wasn't catastrophic?
Well, when I was laying there on the ground, it's probably a good 5 minutes. Just hearing Zach, the trainer, he was with me the whole way through. But it probably wasn't that long until I knew. Like I said, just happy to be here though. Yeah, scary moment for everybody, scary moment for me, but just blessed.
Did they tell you what caused it? I mean, as far as numbness and.
The numbness and tingling. So I don't know if any of y'all watched the play, but as I was going down, my neck was kind of turned going in for the tackle. I'm not taught to tackle like that. Always have your head up, and I came in and my neck was kind of tilted a little bit, and that's probably what caused it. When I got to the hospital in Fort Worth, they was just saying it was a bad concussion. So that was the biggest thing I heard through that night was nothing's wrong with you as far as your nerve and all that is going to come back. The biggest problem is just you have a bad concussion. You just got to take it one day at a time. So.
Friendly fire, right?
Right. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So your own guy got you.
Yeah. He did.
Yeah. But you don't brace for those, right? Those are the ones you don't really brace for.
Right. Yeah.
Sorry.
Not necessarily as far as you want something like that to happen, but it's a part of the game. So you just got to be prepared for it when it do come to you.
Trey joined you in the hospital. Were you guys together in there?
We wasn't together. So when I got to the hospital, I was in a neck brace for probably 2 hours. So funny thing, Zach he's sitting right next to me. I'm just laying in a hospital bed, looking in the sky. He's giving me updates. So I heard about the first block field goal. Then the game kept going. I said, Zach, please be quiet. I don't want to hear nothing else about the game. Just tell me if we won or lost. Then probably like 5 minutes later, he like, you got a buddy's joining you. And I was like, who? He was like, Trey Lathan. And that's when I heard what happened to him. And we wasn't together that night. But the next morning I woke up, I made sure I went to go visit Trey and made sure he was okay once I was able to like walk around in the hospital and stuff.
Clear after everything was done.
Was it that Monday? So Monday? Yeah, I could have came back home to Morgantown, but Trey was going through a lot of pain, and I told Zach and stuff like, if we need to stay this extra day for him, I wanted to stay. I'm not in a rush or anything. I just want to make sure we all get back safe.
How did you learn that you guys won the game?
He actually told me. He was like, AB, they're about to kick a field goal. Then he was like, "Oh, we blocked it. We getting in victory formation." And I kind of wanted to jump up, but then I realized where I was at and what I was going through. So I kind of had to be happy and just lay down and just be happy about it.
So even from the point where you're on the field, they're telling you to stay still. The competitor, the athlete in you, are you wanting to test? Are you wanting to see, hey, what can I do? What can I feel? How hard is it to hold that back?
It was really hard. Tears started coming out of my eyes. Once I knew I couldn't squeeze this in as much as I wanted to, the main thing they just kept telling me is to breathe in a situation like that. But as a competitor and playing a sport that you love, you want to get back on that field, but you also know like this is all a part of the game, and this can happen to you at any moment. You just don't want it to happen, but when it do happen, just keep your composure and just make sure at the end of the day you well and healthy.
Does part of the sport help with that, from being coached, from being told what to do, time and again, knowing, hey, I got to do this?
Yeah, most definitely. A discipline does tie in that. Like I said, my head was kind of tilted a little bit when I went to go make the tackle, and that's something that we're not taught. Like I said, you just got to learn from it and move on.
What was it like knowing that you could play again and you know, nothing serious was wrong, and running out on the field there.
Great feeling. Just because I want to help my team, help this defense accomplish what we're trying to accomplish. So once I heard that I was cleared and everything and was able to like get back to football, I was definitely excited about that. Obviously, I'm gonna be a little slow just from knowing that I got hurt, that it was a serious injury. So I was a little slow coming back first, like tackling and everything. But now I'm all back and I know I'm okay, so I'm healthy. When did I get cleared? After Houston, that first practice we had, I got cleared.
So you didn't do anything the whole week at Houston, right?
No, I didn't do nothing football related the whole week of Houston. Yes, sir. After the Houston game, that's when I got cleared.
Any hesitancy when you got back out in the field? I mean, what you just went through, were you know, I don't know, fearful, but
Right.
hesitant?
Yeah, definitely going to be hesitant. Just because you know that was a serious injury, and then that's something you don't want to happen. Like they said, we can't make this play. Like they can't go and replay the play and make me go do that hit again. It's just something I got to do. I got to go tackle somebody, just so I can get the feeling of you know hitting again. And once I got the feeling of that, I was full headed to go.
Did you have to talk to anybody, any sports psych people or anything like that to help you out a little
Dr.
bit?
Sophia. Yes, sir. She
Helpful?
helpful, real helpful. Thank her. I'm pretty sure everybody in this building is thankful for her and all the work that she put into, and that she does for us.
How would you characterize yourself now versus when you first came back in a different even mental space? Now that you're to get fully back into it and not be worried at all about getting hurt again, or was that not a concern?
I don't think it's a concern. My job is to help us go 1-0, help this defense win a ball game, and that be my only concern. If I'm on the field hesitant about tackling or hesitant about putting my head in there again, that means I shouldn't be out there. I need to take some more time off. So I don't think it's a concern at all.
Talk about the BYU defensive performance. 37-7, almost had the shutout there. What were you guys doing right?
During our 111, having fun. That's what we was doing. We was having fun out there, enjoying the night game in this stadium. Appreciate the fans coming out and bringing the intensity. And you know, we was feeding off them just how they feed off us. But you know, our defense stepped up, played big. Same as the offense, we played complementary football together. Special teams, we got to clean up a little bit, but other than that, we played some complementary football, and that's what we needed for this program.
Defensively, the group wasn't doing well in the other games recently where things weren't going quite as well, and you said clean things up, but give me some examples of what you cleaned up.
Some of our tackling was better last night than the previous nights or previous games. Just us dropping in our landmark, that was a big thing that we cleaned up. And then just alignment, assignment, and effort. Everybody just doing their job. At the end of the day, that's what it takes on defense, is everybody doing their 111, and that's what we cleaned up a lot.
This year seemed to be kind of streaky. You know, you had that stretch there, I think, from probably the end of the Duquesne game through probably Houston, where you guys played really good. Then there were a couple games there where it was a little uneven and not good. And then the last couple games have been really good again. Why has this defense been so streaky, you think?
I'm not sure, honestly. I'm not sure why we've been streaky.
But you noticed that, right? I mean, there have been some pockets there where you guys have been dominant, and there have been some times there where it's been a little shaky.
I'm not sure why we've been shaky. We got to be more consistent every game, especially in November. We got to be consistent through these next 3 games if we want to accomplish what we want to accomplish. Give big thanks to our offense for always having our back. When we're not hot or on, they're always on fire, and I want to say thank you to them for always, you know, going out there and putting some points up for us and us allowing us to give them a chance.
Pretty important game coming up for you guys, obviously. What you went through, not to miss that. What does that add to you going into the Oklahoma game?
As far as, say that again one more time.
It's an important game.
Right.
You could have missed it, the way you got hurt, and now you're going to be able to play in it. What does that mean to you?
It means a lot. Another big week for us. Primetime game on Fox, I want to say. Night game. My freshman year going into Oklahoma, that was probably one of the best atmospheres I've been to, you know, since I've been in college. But like you said, it's a big week for us and big week, in general for our defense and our offense just to go 1-0 this week and chase what we want to accomplish at the end of the season.
Was that freshman game? Was that the walk-off field goal?
Yes, sir. 16-13. Yeah, they got a walk-off field goal on us.
Yeah, so that part was disappointing, but I mean, defensively, you guys played a terrific game against a high-powered offense.
Right, yeah, we did. Our freshman year, we came out punching first. I believe we got the ball first that game and scored first drive, and that gave the start. We didn't have enough to finish off.
Walk me through the fumble this past week. Do you see that ahead of time? I mean, 'cause it looked like you intentionally punched it out. So, do you see that? Do you do that other times? And when you saw the ball loose, what's your reaction?
So I have. You can ask a couple of guys on our team and the coaching staff. I do practice that at practice. Earlier today, Coach Scott came up to me. It was like about time you did that to the other offense. So that was a funny moment. But going through that play, actually, I seen him. How he was running with the ball. It was kind of loose. And I knew where Marcus Floyd was at. He was on my left side, so I knew I had help that way. So at this point, I'm just thinking go in and go head up and make the tackle. But once I see Marcus and Ant on both sides of me, I'm like, somebody got to go for this ball. So I put my hand in there, and once I felt my hand get underneath it, I was just like, yank it out. And that was a crucial moment for us, 2 minutes in the half, going into, them either getting points on the board. They was going to have some fuel coming out. So once I got the script and I took it out, I was thinking just get on the ball, just give it back to our offense, and I'm glad our offense was able to go put points up off of that. That was some complimentary football right there.
Talked about that there was something different in the air before that game as a defense, and talked about replicating that going forward. Did you have the same feeling, and how do you go about trying to replicate that going forward to other games?
Well, this week, since the start of November, our coach, if you want to win the championship, this is when you have to win in November. And that's just our whole mindset this whole November. We must win if we want to really get to where we want to get to. And then just that night game, that night feeling in Morgantown, I don't think there's no better feeling at any other place. Just seeing them fans out there, hype, loud, and we feed off that. And I want them to know, we really appreciate that when they bring that energy, because we feed off that and we make plays off of them.
You're one of the veteran guys who played out there. You know the atmosphere. What do you tell some of the younger guys about
Just keep your composure, and when the play comes to you, make sure you make it or do your best to make it, and just do your job. These fans, they're going to be here, they're going to get loud, you're going to enjoy moments like this, but at the same time you got to keep your composure, and that's my job as a leader and as a captain, just to keep everybody cool, calm, and collect, and play the next play.
You haven't played in a bowl game yet, right? You were hurt.
I was hurt freshman year going into Minnesota, so
Now you're bowl eligible. I mean, you got things in front of you before then, but exciting that opportunity is going to present itself.
No doubt. I definitely don't want to just go bypass that of us being bowl eligible. That's big. That sends some of the seniors out with an extra game going into the postseason, and that's just more film for everybody. Want to get to that next level. That's big for us. So I'm definitely excited about us going bowling.
Obviously, you're in a bowl. Now the job is to go up the rung here and get to a nicer bowl, right? Is that kind of the approach?
Right, yes, sir. Our defensive coordinator, Coach Leslie, said that this morning. He congratulated us on making a bowl game, but he told us the more games you win, the more exciting the bowl game is, the more gear you get, the more perks you get off of it. So, yeah, we're definitely one of right. Not necessarily gear, but that postseason gear be nice. Our freshman, we got a fresh new pair of Nikes in the Nike Tech jumpsuit, so you never could go wrong with that. That's something nice, and then they have the West Virginia on it, so not too many people have what you got.
Well, the nicer the bowl, the nicer the gifts, right?
Right. Yeah. Yes,
there
sir.
You go.
After going to being bowl eligible a couple times in your career, how does this one feel after that number 14 to begin the year?
It feels good. It feels real good, honestly, just because we know we was picked that 14. They still show us that 14 that every single day. Every single day we step into this building, they're not letting us forget what was picked and what other people talked about us. So, just being bowl eligible and then being picked at 14 is a big for us in this program.